Welcome. In this lesson, we will discuss how to create a shadow clone of an object in JavaScript. Cloning objects is a fundamental concept in JavaScript, allowing us to create copies of the object while preserving the original. We will use the built-in Object.assign method to efficiently create a shadow copy, and we'll also discuss when and why you might use it. Let's get started. In JavaScript, objects are stored by reference, not by value. This means that if you assign an object to a new variable, both will still point to the same memory location. Modifying one will also modify the other. To prevent this, we use object cloning. There are two types of shadow cloning, which only copies the first level, and deep cloning, which copies nested objects as well. In this lesson, we will focus on shadow cloning using Object.assign. Here, we define a function called shadow clone that creates a shadow copy of an object using Object.assign. We pass an empty object as the first argument to ensure that the clone is a new object, as does not reference the original object. The properties from the original object are then copied over to the new object. As a result, B becomes a separate copy from A, and modifying B will not affect A. Here's how it works. Object.assign is a built-in JavaScript method used for copying properties from one or more source objects into a target object. In our case, we use an empty object as the target to ensure we get a brand new object. It's important to remember that this only performs a shadow copy, meaning that if the object contains nested objects, those are still shared between the original and the clone. This example demonstrates an important limitation of Object.assign. Since it only performs a shadow copy, nested objects are still shared between the original and the clone. If you modify a nested object in Obj2, it will also affect Obj1, because they still share the same reference. To avoid this issue, we would need to use deep cloning, which we will briefly discuss in the next slide. Shadow cloning is widely used in JavaScript programming. One common use case is in React, where state updates must be done immutably. It is also useful when we want to extend an object with additional properties, such as when merging configuration settings. However, if an object contains deeply nested data, shadow cloning is not sufficient, and we need a deep copy instead. In summary, we now understand how shadow cloning works in JavaScript. Next, try experimenting with objects that contain nested arrays or functions. If you need a deep copy, explore using structured clone or recursion. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe for more JavaScript tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.